Ever heard of Stoicism? It's this cool philosophy that helps you live a good life by focusing on being wise, courageous, and just. But there are some habits that can mess up this awesome way of living. We're talking about 7 habits that totally go against Stoicism and can mess with your future happiness. It's like these habits are trying to ruin the Stoic vibe. Let's check them out and see why it's super important to kick them out of your life. Say goodbye to these habits and you're on your way to a better, more Stoic future. 7. Comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is a habit that contradicts Stoic principles. Overcoming this habit aligns with Stoicism in several ways. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on your own journey and development rather than comparing yourself to others. Constant comparison can lead to envy and distract from the pursuit of personal growth and virtue. Acknowledging that everyone faces unique challenges and circumstances, Stoicism discourages comparisons that overlook the individual nature of your own experiences, hindering the practice of accepting and working with your own situation. Teaching that virtue is the sole good, Stoicism encourages concentrating on inner virtues, such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Comparing yourself to others can distract from this central tenet, as it often involves external metrics. 6. Excessive worrying. Excessive worrying is a habit that can significantly impact your mental well-being and hinder your ability to live in accordance with Stoic principles. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on the present moment and not being overly concerned about the past or the future. Excessive worrying typically involves dwelling on potential future outcomes, which goes against the Stoic idea of directing your attention to the things within your control right now. Stoicism emphasizes the concept of understanding what is within your control and what is not. Excessive worrying often involves fixating on things beyond your control, leading to unnecessary stress and anxiety. Stoics encourage accepting the uncontrollable with equanimity and directing your efforts toward what you can influence. Excessive worrying can be a hindrance to the development of virtues, as it often leads to inaction, fear, and a lack of clarity. Enjoying this? Drop a like, subscribe, and share. Your support drives our mission. Now, let's get back to tackling those anti-stoic habits. 5. Indulging in excess. Indulging in excess, whether it be in the form of food, alcohol, or other pleasures, is a habit that contradicts Stoic principles. Stoicism emphasizes moderation and self-discipline as essential virtues. Indulging in excess goes against these principles, as it often involves a lack of control and balance in one's actions and desires. Stoicism teaches that virtue is the highest good and should be pursued for its own sake. Indulgence in excess may prioritize momentary pleasures over the development of virtuous character, undermining the central tenet of Stoic philosophy. Promoting the idea of harmony between the mind and body, Stoicism discourages habits that disrupt this balance and can lead to negative consequences impacting both mental and physical well-being. Overcoming the habit of indulging in excess involves cultivating moderation, practicing self-discipline, and aligning one's actions with Stoic virtues. 4. Rigid attachment to plans. A rigid attachment to plans, or an inability to adapt when things don't go as expected, can be a habit that contradicts Stoic principles. Stoicism emphasizes understanding what is within your control and what is not. A rigid attachment to plans can lead to frustration and disappointment when circumstances deviate from expectations. Stoics advocate for accepting the uncontrollable with equanimity and adjusting plans accordingly. Stoicism encourages adaptability and resilience in the face of changing circumstances. Being overly attached to specific plans may hinder the development of these Stoic virtues, as it can create resistance to necessary adjustments and adaptations. True happiness, according to Stoicism, comes from cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance rather than from external events. A rigid attachment to plans may place undue importance on external outcomes, distracting individuals from the pursuit of virtuous living. 3. Procrastination. Procrastination, the act of delaying or postponing tasks, is a habit that goes against Stoic principles. Procrastination often involves putting off tasks that should be addressed in the present. Stoicism encourages individuals to focus on the current moment and take action on what is within their control rather than deferring responsibilities. Stoicism emphasizes the cultivation of virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Procrastination can hinder the development of these virtues as it may involve avoidance of challenging tasks or neglect of moral duties. Stoicism teaches the acceptance of the impermanence of time and the transitory nature of life. Procrastination, by delaying important actions, can lead to missed opportunities and regrets, hindering the Stoic goal of living in accordance with nature. 2. Seeking external validation. Seeking external validation, or relying on the approval and opinions of others for a sense of self-worth, is a habit that contradicts Stoic principles. Stoicism encourages individuals to focus on their internal virtues and principles rather than seeking constant approval from external sources. Relying on external validation can create a fragile sense of self-worth that is dependent on others' opinions, undermining the Stoic emphasis on building inner strength and resilience. The pursuit of virtue in Stoicism involves aligning one's actions with ethical principles, regardless of external opinions. The Stoic concept of the inner citadel emphasizes the strength that comes from cultivating one's character and virtues. Seeking external validation can weaken this inner fortress, as it places undue importance on external factors for a sense of identity and worth. 1. Materialism. Materialism, the excessive focus on material possessions and external wealth, is a habit that contradicts Stoic principles and can have detrimental effects on one's well-being. Stoicism encourages practicing gratitude for what you have and understanding that true happiness comes from inner virtues rather than external circumstances. Materialism, on the other hand, places a high value on accumulating possessions and wealth, fostering a mindset that ties happiness to external factors. Stoics emphasize the transitory nature of external goods and the importance of cultivating inner virtues. Materialism, by its nature, places a strong emphasis on the permanence and significance of external wealth, potentially distracting individuals from the pursuit of more enduring virtues. Stoicism advises against such comparisons, encouraging individuals to focus on their own journey and the development of personal virtues rather than external markers of success. Stoicism promotes the idea that happiness is derived from internal qualities such as wisdom, courage, and justice. As we conclude our exploration of the 7 anti-Stoic habits that could be hindering your journey to a more purposeful and virtuous life, remember that change begins with awareness and action. Take a moment to reflect on these habits and consider how eliminating them can contribute to a brighter future aligned with Stoic principles. If you found this information helpful, feel free to share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on personal development and the Stoic way of life. Your commitment to positive change can shape a future filled with resilience, tranquility, and meaningful growth. Thank you for joining us on this journey.